Let's go, baby. Top stocks for next week. In this video, I'm going to be laying out some top requested stocks. So I'll be leaving a community post every week on my YouTube channel. Check it out. Comment below, and then I'll be going through, this whole list that you guys request. Now, don't throw like 10 ticker symbols at me. Just throw one, be rational about it. And if it gets too crazy out of hand and there's a big list, I'll just create a random number generator. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Let's take a look at, let's do INSG. INSG, okay. So I don't know a lot about this stock. Again, we're going to do technical analysis. In my opinion, I think it's kind of flatlining net overall. If I look at my 180-day green SMA line, it's kind of just, positive, flat, negative, positive. So I think net is just flat. It does look like some substantial volume has came through recently. Now, guys, I just want to note that, everyone has their different trading styles, but a lot of these quick running stocks, there's just... Unless you're a very experienced trader and you understand risk management, which most people don't, which is why most people fail in the first place, even with good setups. Guys, be careful with these stocks, okay? You don't know where they're going. You don't understand them. Not a lot of people do. But again, INSG Corp, I don't know anything about this company either. It could be a pretty established company. I'm just, I'm attesting more to like SPACs and things like that, just these quick pump and dumps. I'm not saying this is a pump and dump, though. It doesn't really look like it, but just word of caution there. But yeah, it does look like volume is picking up there. If you haven't noticed, I did draw on a trend line. It looks like it has rejected off there twice. I do like that, and it looks like it's actually testing there now, so I can't call it twice necessarily. But as you can see, it is consolidating a lot around that period. So what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to set an alert just below that trend line that I identified, and see if it can come back down at or below 1486 is my alert. The most recent resistance that I saw that is fairly key. Let's just go up to the top here, 1814. Let's call it there. I'm going to set an alert at or above 1772, indicating potential bullish movement for me. Now let's go back to the community post. Yay! All right, so BA. Okay, I'll take a look at BA. I like Boeing. It's a good company. Let's take a step back. Okay, Boeing. Okay, I see why you're watching it. Boeing is essentially a comeback king, is what I like to refer to it as. You can see every time that it's came down, it's came back up, right? So RSI indicator does a good job of indicating that as well, right? Every time we went blue, we went red, right? If you don't know how to use this indicator, I will make a video soon on how to do so, but does look like it has been generally selling off, and now it is appreciating. I like that. I think it is testing this 180-day SMA line, more interim, but I want to see what can happen next. I am identifying a key support level though, about that $213 mark, 213, about 50. And now I'm seeing a nice resistance at about that 244 part, right, where we had all-time highs. So I want to see if we can bounce off this. It does look like we're testing, right? We're seeing a point of confluence here. We're seeing that key support level, and we're also seeing this 180-day green SMA line. So I'm going to send an alert just below that support level that I'm seeing at or below 210.54, and then I'm going to send an alert at or above 240.73 to just indicate signs of what's going on next. All right, let's jump right into it. Boeing, LGVW. Okay, man. I don't know what the hell this is. So LGVW. Okay, LGVW, Longview Acquisition Corp. Okay, this is clearly a SPAC. I like SPACs, but you got to be careful with them. Like I said, just be very careful, guys. Make sure you understand what the hell you're doing, because this is your hard-earned money and you want to take it serious. So it does look like it's appreciating. A lot of SPACs look like this. I'm seeing right off the bat a pretty fair support at about that 1911 mark. So I do like that. And then I'm seeing, I'd say, more interim. Actually, let's zoom in here. Things are a little unclear. More interim, I'm seeing a nice, resistance at about that $21.12 mark. So what I'm going to do, if you're looking to get in soon, I'm going to set an alert where I think it's testing right now at about that $19 support. So I'm going to set an alert just below that in case it starts to sell off at $18.93. And then I'm going to set an alert at or above at $20.94 in case it starts to creep back up. Okay. Let's go to the next one. All right, so FRSX, Foresight Autonomous Holdings. Okay, so I don't know if this is a SPAC play. I don't know a whole lot about it. I'm guessing it is because it has the name Holdings in its name. Just be careful with this. I mean, it looks like a pump and dump, man. I mean, there's all this volume came out of nowhere, and it's already selling off. This isn't the type of stocks I like to look at. I mean, no offense, but I see why you're watching it. So right off the bat, it does look like it is starting to support and test at about that $4 mark. And it does look like we are in a little bit of a descending triangle. Let me zoom in a little bit closer here. You can call it that. You can call it that. Again, feel free to challenge, and maybe it's more of a wedge, right? Feel free to challenge it, guys. I'm not an expert. I'm just here to share my knowledge that I have. But being that that's said, I think it is entering a point of a squeeze. So I want to see, you know, if it can squeeze through this generous test area and then potentially shoot back up, right? So that's always the good news, right? We want it to appreciate unless you're a short seller. So I'm going to send an alert below that support that I identified at about that $4 mark. So create alert at or below 368, and I'm going to set an alert in case it starts to come back up just slightly above where it's at right now. Let's do 443 there. Okay, so be careful with this stock. It looks like a pump and dump, but again, I don't know anything about any of these stocks, so that is where I'm just offering my technical analysis. Okay, guys. All right, CIIC was next. I like CIIC. This is an EV company. I like the way they look. I have done an analysis on this before. Let's clear it up. Let's make it fresh. I'm seeing a nice trend line about here, if I can draw that in. Right, so nice trend line about here. How am I seeing that, right? You can see that we did hit it a few times here, right? So be cognizant of that. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set a support level at about that $26 mark, because I think that's a little more interim. It has double bottomed off it, right? So I'm going to set that alert. I'm going to set that support level at about that, yeah, again, that $26 mark. And then I'm going to set a resistance at about that $34.24 mark. And then let's zoom in a little bit closer here. So yeah, it does look like it's staying within these bounds. Again, keep it simple. I'm going to set an alert at or below 26.86 if it starts to creep back down, and then set an alert at or above 33.08 if it starts to come back up. Okay, my brain is hurting, man. My brain. Oh, BFT done. You earned a shout out. BFT, Neo. Oh yeah, I covered these guys already. I'm gonna do IRO because I have been seeing IRO quite a bit, and I feel like I owe you guys an IRO update here. So IRO is a EV company. They make some pretty interesting products. I do have a video in my channel if you want more details on who IRO is. I think they have great potential. It does look like it has been appreciating recently. It looks exactly like XPEV, right? Almost exactly the same. Essentially, my interpretation of that is that this was just coinciding with that whole EV run-up, that whole EV bubble that we had for a short amount of time. Volume has not really been picking up either with this stock, but here's what I'm going to do for you, man. I'm going to set a support level at about that $5.63 mark. I'm seeing a nice support there. Then you can also argue that it is starting to get tested at about this 180-day green SMA lines. So let's take a closer look in here, right? So yeah, it looks like there's a lot of swinging going on. Let's go to the 10-day here. So I'm going to change that support to about here, right? So about 603. I think it is bottoming off there quite a bit. It does look like it has substantially there, and it is testing quite a bit there right now. So I'm going to set also a resistance level at about that $6.40 mark, just as a more interim resistance level. So again, I got those set now. What am I gonna do next? I'm gonna set my alerts, right? Create alert at or below 609. Create alert at or above 630. Okay, I want to see which way you can move, and then we're just gonna go with that, right? Follow your alerts. Keep it simple. All right, guys. I'm sorry if I missed your stock. I told you gotta post in the community tabs. I do encourage you to comment on a stock within my videos. I know I do that, but again, if you wanted to make it into a video like this, just comment on my community post, guys. I'll be doing this every week just for you guys. Hopefully we make it a live stream as well. I need to get a new webcam eventually here. But all right, guys, so those are some of the top requested stocks from you. Okay, so again, let's try to do this every week. I know some of you guys might not actually be looking at a lot of these, and that's fine. Again, I offer the chapters below. Check that out. Keep it easy. Keep it easy for you. So that's all we have for today, guys. I hope you had a great start so far to your 2021 year. Now, like this video if it did help you out. Comment below if I missed anything. And also feel free to subscribe to the channel. What you get is weekly uploads, including videos like this, okay? We also have a free Discord. Check the link in the description. Again, that's all I had. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of next week. And happy trading.